You know what's crazy is I started this video journal shit like a year, 2 years ago, but I didn't fully understand how to create and produce all the content, the time it takes going into it. Like, there was so much I didn't understand when I started doing this the first time. And instead of just pushing through and figuring it out along the way, I decided to take the analytical route and try and get the business where it needed to be, get revenue where it needed to be. And yeah, I just let a lot of shit fall by the wayside. And I think the past year has really taught me and forced me to slow down. It's taught me a lot about patience and discipline and consistency and understanding how much time it takes and how much goes into doing all this. Very good lessons. I'm very happy with how everything is doing right now. Yeah, let's say listen to your gut, because life is so cyclical. You're gonna continue to see the patterns and continue to see the way things come full circle all the time. It's very interesting seeing that. So usually when you have a gut instinct or something, it's usually something calling you, it's something pulling you in the direction you're supposed to be headed. Which actually, that's what today's topic is about. Just the concept of taking a leap into faith. And what's interesting is, like, I have two IG profiles, my old like kind of personal brand profile, which I'm gonna be reactivating soon, and then I have my business page, the Marketing Marvy page. And I haven't used my personal brand page in like maybe 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, something like that. I stopped using it. And I did that because I wanted to focus on building the brand, getting the foundation laid, figuring out what exactly it was going to be, the content I was going to make, all that. And that's like kind of what I just been figuring out for the past couple years. But when I stopped using my personal brand page, like right before, like maybe a month or two before, I had changed my bio and I changed it to something, Mr. Take a Leap of Faith or something like that. Just because that's kind of been my whole shit for the past 5 years almost. Actually, probably longer than that. One of my favorite quotes is from a movie, Senseless, Marlon Wayans. Hilarious.
But the pain will pass as your neural pathways adjust.
Doc, you got nice nails. Can you scratch this for me, please? Right there.
Oh, yeah.
If you've never seen that shit, it's pure comedy. One of my favorite quotes is like, you actually know who said it? Shaggy. Shaggy was in it too. But he said, you gotta have some faith in fate. And that's always kind of like stuck with me. That's always really been kind of key to everything that I do, because a lot of all of this, all of this shit, all of it, anything you want to do, whether it's build a business, be a creator, go to the moon, like whatever it is, you don't know that it's gonna happen. You don't know that it's gonna work. You don't know that you're going to put in all this work, all this energy, all this effort, all this money. You don't know that after you put all this in, you don't even know if it's going to work. And you have to be willing to accept that. Now, at some point, you might, if you're able to make that journey and not even think about that concept, that is amazing. I don't know how you're able to do that, but that sounds amazing. But for the majority of people, I would say, at some point, once you start on that journey, failure has to be a possibility in your mind. You have to assume that at some point you might fail. This might not work. This might not go the way I want it to go. And that's a scary feeling, because you have to believe in something you can't see, you have no proof of. You don't know that it's real out there. For as much as we want to manifest things, speak things into existence, you don't know that that's going to work. You don't know. And what's crazy is people will do that and then not go do the work to get the stuff that they're trying to manifest and just assume that it's going to fall into their lap. So it ends up not working. It's ironic. But I think it's really important to understand, whatever journey you're on, it's going to be uncertainty. There's going to be uncertainty. There's going to be a level of unease. There's going to be a level of this might not work. Will this work? Can I get this to work? A level of, I don't know if I can do this. That's normal. That's completely normal. But you have to lean on that future version of yourself. What I've realized a lot over the past couple months is that a lot of times we'll look into the future. We'll look into a future aspect, like whether we want to be successful in business, whether we want to be rich, whether we want to be in a relationship, whatever it is. We'll look into the future and automatically assume it's going to be bad. We'll automatically assume we can't handle it, or it'll be too much. There'll be too many clients. She's going to cheat on me. The relationship is going to go bad. The friendship is going to go bad. The business won't work. Like, we look into it and we automatically look for the worst case scenario. And that's ingrained really in our DNA because of our survival instincts, our natural need to protect ourselves. So, of course, we have to be prepared for the worst thing that can happen, just in case it does. That way, if anything else happens, it's like, cool, we prepared for the worst shit. We good. We know worst shit pop off, I'm good. So anything else that's happened, it's not a big deal. And I think a lot of us let that dictate our current situation, whether that makes us procrastinate, whether that forces us to self-sabotage. Like a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you focus on the negative, negative shit happens. When you focus on the bad, you're going to look for the bad in situations. It's not even that bad shit happens or negative shit happens. Life happens. This is just life. And when you focus on the bad, you condition yourself to keep focusing on bad shit. When you're focusing on the worst possible shit, you condition yourself to keep focusing on the worst possible shit. That's why you keep spotting red flags in your dates, because you're so conditioned to look for the red flags. Anything that even seems like it might be a problem, you're like, nope, I'm out. That's it. We're conditioning ourselves to look for the worst more and more. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy to where the worst keeps presenting itself. When that's not actually the case. It's just that life keeps happening. Life is a series of random fucking events. You don't know how this shit is going to go. You can't predict it. So life is going to happen. Whether that's pain, whether that's injury, whether that's hurt, whether that's loss, whether that's greatness, whether that's fame, whether that's riches. Life just happens. And you can either choose to let what happens make you into the villain of your story or the hero of your story. It's completely up to you. You can choose to focus on the good. You can choose to focus on the blessings that you have. You can choose to be grateful, or you can focus on the negativity. You can focus on the bad. You can focus on your tire being flat, or you not making it to work on time, or you can focus on the bad shit. But just know, whatever you choose to focus on, you're going to continue to condition yourself to focus on that more and more. I literally just had this conversation with Becca. She asked me, she said, doesn't it feel like Earth is just another version of hell? Like we're already kind of in hell already? And I was like, yeah, in a sense. I think a lot of what we go through every day is pain. Like a lot of life is pain. And because of our ability to transform the world around us, it's up to us to create this heaven on earth. You have to create your own happiness. You have to create your own peace. You have to create your own garden. Like create your own space. Because all this shit out here, this shit is crazy. Are you like, do you see the shit that just goes on out here? You see the way people talk, you see the way people act. It's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. And this can be, whether you are religious, whether you are spiritual, whether you're scientific, there are properties based in all of this. This is all based in factual properties across all different fields. Like there's scientific evidence. If you believe in manifesting, there's evidence there. If you believe in prayer, there's evidence there. If you believe in fasting, there's evidence there. There's evidence for this shit everywhere. We're in control of our world through our actions and our reactions to what life throws at us. That's basically what it comes down to. You are what you do. You are who you respond to the world as, if that makes sense. Who you choose to respond to the world as, that's who you become. The actions you take, that's who you become. So you are in control of the person you choose to be in this world. You can't control life. You can't control what is going to come at you. All you can do is control who you are and how you react to the shit the world throws at you. So I probably should have mentioned this before, but I'm not going to script these out. A lot of it might be rambling, so there might be some shit that gets cut in post. But yeah, these are just kind of going to be more of a free-flowing, me talking to the camera type shit. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, any questions, anything like that, let me know. I still don't even know exactly how I'm doing this, and I'm learning. It's full circle shit, because I didn't know how I was going to do this the first time, and I just started, but then I fell off because I didn't have the discipline and the consistency to keep this shit going. But now that I done figured out my system, I done figured out all my shit, I done worked on myself, I got my discipline under control, I done lost some weight, I'm out here, bro. What you talking about? Nah, but yeah, I'm gonna figure it out as I go. We gonna get this shit going, because I got so much shit to tell you. I got so many ideas, so much shit going on. But yeah, make sure you hit the follow, like, subscribe, all that shit. Let me know what y'all want to talk about. How should I do these? So first couple, I'm gonna get them all shot before I even post them, probably, just so I can kind of figure it out, see if I want to post it as one long clip. Actually, so here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, I already know. So I'm gonna jump ahead a couple chapters. So I'm restarting my personal brand page, and that's going to be partly behind the scenes of me building this, because this is a part of my personal brand, like as me. But it's also going to be a lot of like kind of like a potpourri of content and branding and shit. It's just me like creating content, because like living my life, monetizing my life. But I want to make sure I get the routine on lock, because that's really what I've been focusing on. A lot of discipline, a lot of just like getting routines and getting used to the boring, because the boring is what's going to make you rich. We look for the flashy and the exciting shit, but it's the boring shit that's going to make you rich. All right, I'm going to cut this one here because I could just ramble. I got work to do. I got shit to do. I'm going to get back to work. But yeah, I like where this is going. I think, are we here? Are we okay? Let me know somewhere in a comment or something. I don't know.